Hi guys, welcome to Keeping It Simple Crafts. I hope everyone is doing good. Today I am showing you how I made this beautiful cross wreath. So you're going to need some floral picks, you're going to need a cross and some ribbon, and I picked up my cross at Hobby Lobby, so if you want to screenshot the barcode you can. You're also going to need a pipe cleaner, some zip ties, your scissors, and some wire cutters. And in the description box below, or the drop down box below, I will add a materials list for you. First, I started with my taller or longer pick, and I just trimmed it a little bit shorter because I didn't want it to cover up the entire cross. So I just trimmed it a little bit shorter, and then I just placed it on my cross. And since this one has the chicken wire, or that's what I call it, I don't know what you call it, but I'm calling it chicken wire, you can easily either wire it to the cross, or you can use a zip tie like I'm doing and just use a zip tie to attach your flowers to the cross. So however you want to do it, I used both. I used some zip ties and sometimes I use wire, so whatever works best for you. So I just used the pink flowers. Now you could do yours all in one little bouquet. It's whatever you want, but I just kind of separated my two because I wanted to kind of play with it and get the taller ones in the back. And then here I'm just trimming these a little bit shorter. And my flowers, the first three all came from Dollar Tree, and these yellow crocus came from Walmart. And I only used one of the crocus. I didn't use the two. I just trimmed all four of my floral picks a little bit shorter. Now you're going to want to have a zip tie close by, and so I started with the taller pick, the cattails. Next, I'm adding in some of the white flowers, and then I'm adding a few of the crocus blooms. And then I'm just going to take a zip tie and zip tie my little bouquet together. Now you don't have to add your pink flowers to the cross first. You can add the pink flowers right here if you want, so that you don't have to zip tie twice. So here I'm just zip tying my little bouquet together. And just make sure you get your zip tie nice and tight. And my husband picks up these little zip ties for me at Harbor Freight, and they come in a large canister. Okay, so now I'm going to place my little bouquet over the top of my pink flowers, and I'm just going to take a zip tie and zip tie the bouquet on. I am just taking the zip tie, threading it through the wire, going behind the flowers, then coming up on the other side, threading the zip tie through the wire, then securing the zip tie tightly around the flowers. And so that's very simple and easy to do. Now you have your flowers in place. Now it's time to tie a bow. So I am taking some ribbon with wire that's 1.5 inch width, and I'm cutting it at 16 inches, and I cut 6 strips of ribbon. You can make your strips of ribbon longer than 16 inches if you would like, but I'm just tying a petite bow, so I cut mine at 16 inches. And then take your first strip of ribbon, make a loop, pinch it tightly. Now you'll want to leave 1.5 inches or so below your finger so that when you gather your bow that your loop doesn't pull out. So just leave a little extra of the piece of ribbon that's below the loop. I hope that makes sense. You can kind of see how it's gathered in my hand, and I'll always leave a little bit of extra when I form my loop. So just pinch the ribbon tightly in your left hand. Try to make the loops the same size each time. So this is a very simple bow to make. You're just trying to make your loops the same size and leave a little extra below your finger because you do not want your loops when you're shaping your bow to pull out. And I purchased this ribbon at Old Time Pottery, but you can get your ribbon wherever you would like. Just make sure your ribbon has wire, because ribbon with wire makes the prettiest bows because it allows the loops to stand up and it just gives the bow a prettier shape. So now I'm taking a pipe cleaner and wrapping it right below the loops. Make sure you get that pipe cleaner nice and tight. Give it a few twists. Leave your pipe cleaner long. And then now I'm dovetailing the ends of the ribbon. Take your ribbon, fold it in half with your edges to the left side, go to your fold and cut away from your fold. I usually kind of place some of the tails kind of on each side of the bow, kind of separate the tails. And then now you're ready to fluff the loops of your bow. So just make sure you fluff all your loops. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time sometimes to get your bow the shape you want, but just be patient and fluff the loops on your bow. And now I am ready to add the bow to the cross wreath. So I'm just going right above the yellow pipe cleaner, just below the flowers, threading it through the chicken wire, going to the back and giving the pipe cleaner a few twists and cutting off the extra part of the pipe cleaner. And this is how it looks. Very simple to make. Make sure you fluff your flowers, kind of separate the flowers and spread them out a little bit, and then you're ready to hang it up on your wall or your door. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And tomorrow I will be sharing a Dollar Tree cross wreath.